Welcome. I'm Janel Koloski, a career mindset coach and actor.
And I'm Amanda, a self-authenticity and prosperity life coach and actor as well. And we're your co-host of Mindset Artistry YouTube channel,
where we teach you the art of discovering and using your mindset
to build a career and life you desire.
Welcome back to another episode of Mindset Archery Podcast. I'm super excited because Amanda and I are right next to each other. We're in the same room.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. So we're very excited about this. And today we're going to talk about how to pivot in your creative career. It can be very scary. The ego can step in and be like, well, I'll put acting or writing down for a little while. Am I giving up on my life forever? It's over. But that's not how it is. So we want to talk to you about the importance of pivoting and actually how it can enhance your creativity. When you're getting burned out, you got to take a break. So you got to identify what's working and what's not. Leverage your existing skills in a new way. I'm always talking about this, and taking action and testing the waters, but like in a small way. You don't have to dive in fully. And I always have this rule, like, let me just give it 90 days.
Yeah.
And you'll really know whether you can stay in it or you need to switch. So I learned I had to do this early on because when I started to model, I thought, I'll be on runway in magazines. And I did a little bit of that, but it really wasn't making me money. So then I had to think like, okay, I need to pivot. I need to see the other type of modeling. I want to focus on acting too. And it was super scary, but that's how I found Production Fit. Before we jump into these points, Amanda, tell me about pivoting in your life and mostly like also how you work through the fear of it. Cause I had a little bit of like, I don't know.
Oh no, fear exists. I don't think people realize that I do have a lot of fear. Just face it. I confront it a lot, and I'm also excited by fear now. So before, fear used to be very crippling. I used to criticize myself. I used to become reclusive and not talk to anybody. And then I recognized the importance of this fear. This fear was allowing me to level up in my life. This fear was telling me something needed to change, something needed to shift. It was telling me, all right, take some action. There's something you're not doing. There's something you could be doing, or maybe there's something you're just not recognizing around you. And you have to just pause for a second, recalibrate yourself, reconnect with yourself. Maybe you've evolved since the last time that you've done that, and you no longer have an interest in what you're doing. Or maybe you just go, okay, I liked this version or this part of the project or job. Maybe I'm going to focus on that instead of putting my energy into something that's draining me, that's causing me a lot of stress and anxiety. And a lot had to do with me deciding to pivot careers simultaneously and taking that leap of faith of going, I'm going to leave my 9-to-5 job. And that came with security, that came with health insurance, all the things. And it's like, all right, I'm going to go into a career now that is really unpredictable. I literally jumped into the unknown, the abyss of uncertainty. But trusting that no matter what happened, it would all work out the way it was supposed to. And I was in a place in my life that I was ready, even though there was a lot of fear surrounding it. But it took me 2 years before I decided to actually leave my day job at that time. But for me, pivoting is so important because I've learned a lot about myself and what I'm capable of, what I might learn new skills. I also had a thing where I have so many skills and I overlook them a lot. I'm really talented in certain things, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine, it's easy. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's a skill that can be utilized and make money or help somebody else or put it into work in ways that I never did before. So pivoting and understanding and pausing is so important because you can leverage your life in ways that you weren't able to do without recognizing that something needed to change and things like that. So for me, pivoting it happens a lot nowadays, especially with society and the way things are going, especially with a career.
Multi-hyphenate creatives.
Yeah. Doing the podcast, that was something I don't think I've ever thought that I would ever do because I hated talking like this. Social media stuff. I was like, I'm not sure my life. No one cares. No one likes my stuff. And now look at me. I have 3 different accounts. And again, understanding that pivoting. So, and I want to share about that too, understanding there are different careers and different skill sets that sometimes they need to not always be under one house or one profile or one thing. You can also dedicate roads to that and certain Instagrams and things like that because everything gets convoluted and then people get distracted and they don't know how to see you because it's too much. You're throwing it in their face. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Chill the F out. Yeah. Give me a second. What do you do? And then I do this and I do this and I do this. But my focus is here. And so it gives people a sense of clarity of how you fit in their world, in their mind. But also you stand your ground and say, this is what I do. What's up?
Yeah, it's all in the confidence. And I love that you talk about the power of the pause.
Yeah.
And it's scary because usually when I'm pausing, all the scary thoughts come up and then I'm like, I want to avoid them. But if you let them run their course, then when you find that peace, and your intuition can really tell you which way to go.
Yeah.
And then that's when you know, like, about pivoting. So you, like you're saying, you took an honest look at your career and you're like, this isn't really lighting me up. And it took a few years, but then you decided to switch over. Does it align with your passions or your financial goals? And it's not forever. Y'all are so dramatic. I was thinking to myself, like, oh my God, I'm going to do something different for 6 months. And then it's just like, that's okay. Like me personally, modeling has picked up and it's always been like steady, but now it's like really picked up. So I'm like, cool, I need that money. That's going to serve me. And then I'm not going to be stressed. And then I can, do that for 6 months until my friend comes back. She's pregnant. She's like, here, take my hours. She have her baby. She comes back, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And then, I'll have the money to like maybe travel somewhere that I need to be a local hire. Like you really got to trust the universe or whatever you believe in, that when you sit with the pause, your intuition will tell you it's okay to chill and do this. And then, I want to work on a documentary about my family. And I've been talking about that for 10 years. So, and I was just saying to Amanda, I met this wonderful woman. She's like in her 60s and she's interviewing me for a modeling job. But she said she wanted to do fashion in her 20s. She came to New York and she's like, this isn't it. I'm not ready for this. It's not for me. And then she moved back to the Midwest. She had a big family and she's so happy about that. But she did interior design. And now, you spoke about leveraging your skills. She talked about that. She's like, interior design is design. Design is design is design. And of course you have to like work on the different craft and technique of each thing, but she's bringing all that she learned into this new fashion career. And that's the beauty of pivoting. So instead of starting over, you're finding ways to repurpose your talents, and clarity is important, which Amanda will talk more about. It's okay to do multiple things as a creative. That's not a bad thing. And also we talk about how it gives you empathy for other creatives and what their life is like and what they bring to the table. I had a friend that was super into social media and I wanted nothing to do with it either. But then when we got the podcast, we got to do this.
Yeah.
And I had a whole new respect for it because it's nice the feedback we get. Like, oh, I really need to hear that today. So this thing of putting yourself out there on social media, maybe people won't like a lot of it, but then there's going to be someone that your message might encourage.
Yeah.
So I think that's super beautiful. And just to think about your transferable skills whenever you want to pivot. But then you meet new people. It offers a way to build new relationships. And as a creative, all of those can cross over. So before we get to our final point, taking small action, what else were you going to share about that and the clarity?
Yeah, I think what I discovered is that the thing that I was most resistant against is something that I need to work on the most, right? Because doing social media, I was afraid of showing myself. There's always a deep rooted resistance, fear, anxiety, or mindset or thought that's associated with that fear. So for me, social media, like I'm putting myself out there, like who cares about what I look like in my life? And, growing up and feeling very awkward, I didn't feel the most beautiful. Like it was just all these things that were like in the back of my mind, the root of myself that I was identifying with that caused resistance against putting myself out there and showcasing what I can do. And like, without judgment, like, and my friends know, like, listen, I'm gonna be myself, whatever. But like showcasing that to the world, it felt very personal to me because I hadn't come to grips yet with who I truly was. Like, and that's why I coach with empowerment and coach with authenticity, because once you do, you have this resilience that no matter what you try, it's okay if you fail, you don't get it the first time or the second, or maybe the third or fourth. And that's okay because you're going to get something from it. And it's going to redirect you. It's going to reposition you. And you may have learned something, a skill that you can transition into something else. So for me, once I addressed that resistance with social media, I found a love and joy for it. And now I actually, in talking about leveraging your skills, now I'm doing the podcast, working in corporate. I love organizing and doing things on the computer and like putting things, crafting things and social media. So now I'm helping other people do that and I get paid for it. So it's now recognizing that I actually have a joy for it and oh shit, I can get paid. And this is great because I enjoy doing it. I have skill sets in it. I've been doing it for a while. I don't mind doing it. So this is something that I learned about myself. Again, it's something that you have to do with that clarity of diving in, like dive into your mindset of why it feels resistant, why you feel fearful about it. Who is it tied to? Because a lot of times our fears and anxieties and thoughts are not tied to our true selves. They're tied to society's expectations of us, our family's backstory, other people's failures, fear that they didn't do it, so maybe you can't do it because they didn't know how to do it. And it's like, baby, that's not you. You were here. You're here for a reason. You have a unique story that matters, and you need to do it on your own. A lot of times we're afraid of doing it on our own because who do we blame if we fail? Who do we blame if it doesn't fall through and we're not consistent with our goals and our aspirations and the things that we're looking to achieve? No one else, baby, but ourselves. No one can stop you better than you can stop yourself, because we are our own worst enemies. So for, again, leveraging your skill set, and you may recognize that I didn't know that this skill was actually something that I can use and help someone. So take a moment and look at and write down what the things that you enjoy doing, and the things that come easy to you too. And 3 things that you've learned, like skills and maybe new skills you learn, no matter how small they may be. Look at these cooks on social media doing cooking. I'm like, oh, this is entertaining. Let me try that.
Yeah.
Leveraging it. And now what? They're making money. They're collaborating with their like dream people and brands. Like there's so much work out there. There's so much money out there. And I was always afraid of that. Money feels limited. Money feels hard to attain. And working through that mindset of it's not, there's always money to be earned. And once you understand that, you move differently. People see you differently. People respect you differently. And you can articulate yourself in any room and go, yeah, I may not know that, but okay, tell me more. Tell me about that. Well, okay, good. That's something I'm going to look up. Something I'm going to research. So these are things, again, once you tap into that mindset, once you tap into your authenticity, you're able to go, I'm going to try this. I'm going to do this. And if I don't know, it's okay. So yeah, again, and take your time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. Yeah.
Follow your joy, follow what feels good, and trust that that's right. I think, I mean, I had guilt coming up. Like, you said you really want to do this, and you're going to veer away from it. But then if you start to fall out of love with something, you might need a little space and a little clarity. I have a friend that's a writer, and he's just like, oh, I got to do this many pages in this many hours. And then he said, oh, I came skiing with you, Janelle. And then he got like 1,000 more ideas just because he took a break and he did something. He moved his legs instead of his mind. Like, it really matters. So, I mean, and I love that you brought up those mindset shift tips and writing those things down. And then also something really helped me is asking people, it may feel a little awkward, but what am I good at? If something comes easy to you, you have no idea. So ask your community, ask your family, like, what is something that just seems to come naturally to me? And it's just so wonderful, like all the types of jobs that you can find. Yeah.
And you're not realizing you're undervaluing yourself by doing that, right? A lot of times we undervalue what we can do and what we're capable of. So it's something, ask your community, ask around you. What do you see that I'm good at? Oh, I didn't notice that about myself. That's great. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, it's hard to see, you're in your own head. So that's why it's so helpful, and allow yourself to feel the ego come up, or the fear, or the pain. And a lot of times I think people will ask us, well, when did you know? Like, how much time? Like 6 months or a year or 2 years? Or when did you know this is this? And that's why I just say the 90-day rule. Yeah. Just say, I'm going to do this for 90 days. And small steps, and take it slow. You know what? I'm going to take this class that's for 4 weeks or 8 weeks and see if it still excites me at the end. I'm going to explore this. Or if you really try for 90 days and you feel like, okay, I don't know if I really want to pivot fully here, then you didn't waste too much time. It's okay. You still have time in your life. It's really scary. It's scary to try something new or to step away from something you've known. Life is a beautiful journey, and it's super excited to see how you get to where you want to be. And leading with authenticity is always the way that you find that. And I don't know. We were just talking about this. I can't remember specifically what it was about, but it's just, was it like the airplane and then the woman coming up to me in the thrift store? She bought me a jacket.
The energies. Yeah, the abundance. Live in the abundance of things. And when you do, people start gravitating towards you, and they genuinely like, oh, let me share that with you, or let me add to your life. And it's like, as one of my friends told me, which it was hard for me to grasp, is the universe is going to gift you, or whoever you believe in, God, right? Even if it sounds stupid, or it's like, oh, they give me $1, or like jump in line in front of me. These are gifts. Don't deny them. Yeah. Because when you deny these gifts, you're also denying the universe, the divine, who's trying to help you elevate or help you experience or help you expand. And so a simple thing of like, we were going skiing, which hello, I went skiing
And we were like crossing paths.
I was crossing paths, you know, and we were going to drop that in there. And someone offered us a beer. They was like, oh, I'll buy you a beer. I was like, nah, it's okay. My friend looked at me. She said, absolutely not, Amanda. Someone is offering you a gift. That is a universe. God offering you gifts. Do not deny that, because then you're denying him or whoever you believe in. And it's like, you're right. You got to recognize these things. And I'm grateful for that. So now I'm going to live by that too, baby. And I'm going to pass it forward.
Well, that shows me that I am in my joy and authenticity, and I'm on the path. Don't be afraid to do
a part 2.
There's too much to say. There's too much. We got to go find more mountains and hot springs right now.
Yes.
But if you have any questions, we love your feedback, comments, send us a message. We're your community. We love you. And creatives have so many talents, like, the Renaissance age, right?
Yeah.
So many different things. And you're just channeling art. You're all beautiful. Whatever type of art that you make, I think just to make the world like a better place and to unify us as humanity. So just, go with the flow. We love you.
Yes, we love you and we see you. You matter.
Bye.
What are your thoughts about this episode?
Drop it in the comments and let us know what you want to dive into next.
Subscribe, like, share, and click the link below to book a free consultation. And
we'll see you next time.